Today, we are going to talk about water in the spirit realm. What does it mean, and how is it different than water on earth? We all realize how vital water is for our survival on so many levels. Water is important in the spirit realm too, but in different ways than on earth. Whereas on our globe, the property of water is constant, the water of the spiritual spheres allow different properties to be associated with different bodies of water. The Spirit Kathleen communicated to the Reverend G. Val Owen about the importance of water. She expressed her thoughts about the water of life and how water is endowed to serve the purpose set by spirits. On November 8, 1917, she told G. Val Owen, "The waters of the river or fountain or lake are often treated by high spirits and endowed with virtues of strengthening or enlightenment. Sometimes people bathe in them and gather bodily strength from the life vibration which have been set up in the water by the exercise of some group of angel ministers. I know of a fountain situated on top of a high tower which sends forth a series of musical chords of deep harmony when it is set to play. This is used instead of bells to call people of the surrounding lands together when some ceremony is forward. Moreover, its spray disperses itself over a wide radius and is seen to fall around the gardens and homes spread out over the plain in the form of flakes of light of different colors. These flakes are so constituted as to bring to those on whom or around whom they fall a sense of comradeship and communal love, which makes the recipient the more eager to be away to the gathering. Also by this process is born through the district a sense of time and place of meeting, and often, too, the knowledge of some angel visitor who is to address the assembly or to transact some business as deputy of the Lord of his sphere. Therefore, like everything else in the spirit world, water is fungible. Like white is used as a base for paint, water is merely the foundation, and other properties may be added to the mix, until water becomes more than a method to quench your thirst. It becomes a method to alter your perspective. In the example above, water is used as a signage, a clarion call for an important event, but it is more than that. This instance of water alters your perception to urge all touched by the tiniest drop to desire to attend the advertised event. All of the communications from the Spirit Kathleen are in the Life Beyond the Veil, which is a series of 4 books. The message concerning the water of life is in Book 3, The Ministry of Heaven. Next, Kathleen speaks about a secluded area, an area of natural beauty with roads lined by columns of trees. After introducing the landscape, she describes the particular properties of the water in the countryside. The chief properties of the waters of this river, whose banks we now follow upwards, is that of peace. In a way far beyond all earthly understanding, all the qualities of its water infuse peace to him who strolls beside its waters. Its various colors and hues, the murmur of its flowing, the plants to which it contributes fertility, the shape and appearance of its rocks and banks, all, in a very intense measure, bring peace to the soul who needs it. And there are many who need that peace among those returning from the lower spheres across the great lake. For it is a strenuous life we lead at times, my friend, and not at all the deadly monotonous existence so many earth people imagine, so that there are times when it is necessary to lay the burden down for a while, and for our future operations regain that calm and strong quietude of spirit, so necessary to the adequate carrying out of our allotted work." Kathleen speaks about the need for rest by spirits. At first glance, this goes against our concept of life in heaven, free of worries and stress. While we know, through the marvelous books by the Spirit André Louise, about the first levels of heaven, which, while a paradise to live in, still entails required work and learning from each soul. Therefore, to combat infinite boredom, we are given a purpose as spirits. Without goals, we become lifeless. Hence we are shepherded from one level of heaven to another, not by force, but by persuasion. Spirits are encouraged to learn. They are given tasks to perform and are rewarded for good work and achievement. With complex effort involved, methods to unwind, relax, and rest are necessary. While each body of water may have its unique characteristics, everything else does too. What is meant by everything else? Kathleen supplies the answer. You must also understand that there is in everything here a permeating personality. Every forest, every grove, every tree, lake, stream, meadow, flower, house has a pervading personality. Itself, it is not a person, but its existence in all of its attributes and qualities are consequent on the sustained and continuous volition of human beings, and their personality it is which is felt by all who come into contact with each and any of these, and that in a degree in ratio to their sensitiveness in their particular direction of the resident personality. Some, for instance, are more sensitive to those beings whose activity lies in the trees, others to those of the river, but all seem to sense the qualities of a building, especially when they enter within, for these are erected mostly by spirits more nearly of their own quality and degree, while most of what we call nature spirits are of a state and manner of existence and of function much more removed. Everything is alive, and everything has a purpose in the spirit realm. It is the same on earth, only we don't notice it. Kathleen tells us. Now, what obtains in these realms is usually found true in your earth sphere also, only in a lesser degree of intensity as sensed by the ordinary individual, consequent on his deep immersion in matter at this present stage of evolution. It is only less apparent. It is not less true. The spirit in our particular physical universe is a logical construct created by the divine intelligence. The divine intelligence, otherwise known as the spirituality, God, the supreme intelligence, the great architect, directs high spirits to build galaxies, solar systems, planets, commence life, guide evolution, and nurture immature spirits, that's us, through the reincarnation process, so we too one day can become high spirits who cooperate with orders from the Most High. We look around and see solid objects, but that is only a function of the limitation of our temporary physical bodies. We are handicapped because a higher degree of awareness is not required for our current state of training. As we advance and we incarnate, we shall inhabit bodies with more range and capabilities. If you are interested in this subject about the spirit realm, please read my book, The Spirits and the Spirit Universe. It will present to you what we are as spirits, what our power is as a spirit, and what is the spirit realm all about. How does it work? How does it function? How different it is from Earth. God bless.